Hello everyone, welcome to Data Analysis Scholarship course Cohort 2. We are going to look at how to automate data entry in Microsoft Excel. Automate data entry in Microsoft Excel. Welcome to tonight's section. I remain your facilitator. I remain your anchor, Mr. Franklin. I'm a seasoned data analyst. Tonight we are going to be looking at automate data entry form in Microsoft Excel using macros and some Excel functions. Alright, welcome to today's powerful section. We are going to be exploring, we are going to be delving into Excel macros, and we are going to be looking at secrets of automating repetitive tasks in Microsoft Excel using the data entry form. Let me know if you can hear me. Let me know if you can see my screen. Welcome scholarship course using Microsoft Excel. We are going to be looking at how to automate data entry, repetitive task in Microsoft Excel using macros. No need of coding. You are not required to code, no VBA. We just strictly using Excel functions and macros. Welcome everyone. Let me know, drop in the chat if you can hear me, if you can see my screen. Drop in the comment, drop in the live chat. Much appreciated. Welcome everyone. There is no need of just coming immediately and then dropping your scholarship ID. I need us to respond to me first so that I know we are together. Alright. Olawale Adeyemi, good to have you. Florence Oba, good to have us. Alright, as our tradition demands, because we have a lot to cover this night, as our tradition demands, let's get to the scholarship group, or to the scholarship group mostly. Go there and let everyone know we are live. We are live for tonight's section. We are going to be looking at how we can automate our data entry, how we can automate repetitive tasks. If you are one that enter data, you take sales record, you take report, you enter forms, student come to register. How can you automate the entry? Automate the entry with a click so that everything is done at ease. So let's quickly get to the scholarship group. Let everyone there know we are live. Let's do that within a minute or so to get to the scholarship group on the WhatsApp group. Let everyone know we are live. If you registered for this cohort 2 of this scholarship, please get to that scholarship group. Let everyone know we are live. And also remember as well that our project assignment is very, very essential, very, very important to be certified at the end of this cohort 2 scholarship training. Only those who completed their project assignments and their capstone projects are the ones to be certified as regards to data analysis. And of course, I need not to let you know the importance of being a certified data analyst. It's a very, very, very important certification. It's something that can open door for you across the globe. Excel analysts are highly sought after. Alright, that without further ado, without much ado, let's quickly get into the stuff. This scholarship welcome to data analysis course is today we are going to be looking at data entry automation in Microsoft Excel, and is brought to you by Soluma Institute of Tech and Management. I'm your facilitator, Mr. Franklin, a seasoned data analyst and a management consultant. Okay, now having established that, we are going to be going straight now to Microsoft Excel and begin our work as it is. Let's get into Excel right away. Now I have already gotten a data set, a column header to work with. We are going to be designing from scratch. Please, you are going to be working with me. We are going to be designing data entry, sales entry form from scratch. And we are going to be seeing everything done from beginning to end. That at the end of this section, your next assignment is, your next project assignment is to design a data entry form. To design and automate it. We are going to see, we are going to be seeing that tonight is going to be amazing. Now, let's quickly proceed. Let's get our form designed. Let's get our form designed in creating an automated entry form. Tonight, we are going to be creating a sales entry form. A sales entry form. You are working in a supermarket, you are working in a business, the people come to buy, people come to transact with you. The sales entry form, some call it the invoice, some call it the invoicing. You can design this. What I'm teaching tonight is also you can use it to design an automated invoicing. Invoice that you once person come, you every details is entered and then goes and is being stored in your database. So here we have this as sales database and we have this as the entry form. Now in this entry form is where the customers, the sales personnel gets information, gets the details, and then click the submit button. When it clicks the submit button, the data entered here is submitted to this database. As we can see here, is submitted to this database. So as people are buying and transacting with us and the person getting details and click submit, the information will be sent to this place while the form remains empty for a fresh entry. All right. Now, having established that, let's quickly see how we can do that. Let me come over to this place. And let's say I highlight this and merge and center, and then let me come to this, and let's say let me work with this color or this. Let me work with this and then select the whites and call it, let me call it ABC sales form. Now, this is the name. I will come over to this place. Let me maintain that. Make this bold. I can increase it and then make it at the center. This becomes sales entry form. Now, under this sales entry form, I'm going to be having section headers. I'm going to be having section headers. Here, I'm going to put this one to this place. Then the next, I'm going to move them somewhere else. I'm just creating my section headers. Now, under the transaction details, I'm going to make this bold. I'm going to make it bold, and then okay, let me make it, let me select this color the same way I'm going to bold this and then make it this color. Now we are still coming to that. Now what are the things we need under transaction details? We are going to get them from the database, the transaction date, transaction ID, date, time, invoice number. That's what we need, and then maybe the salesperson and the branch location. So I'm going to copy this. Here. Let me copy it and then come over to this place. I'm going to paste it. Let me move this down a bit. I'm going to paste it here. So what do? I right click. That should have copied. Okay. Let me right click here and copy. Okay, that is being copied. Then I will come over to this place, right click. Now instead of just pasting as values, I will paste as transpose. so that it will be in vertical transpose. I will paste it as transpose. Now once I do that, I will just come over here onto border and then go and say no border. So it will be in this format. Then I will put it in this form. Let me make it this way. So we have this to be under my transaction ID. Now this place, in this aspect here, I'm going to come over to this, merge both stuff. Once I merge them, I'm going to come here, hold control, select this as well, select this, and then merge. So once I merge them, they are now merged together. Then the next thing I'm going to do here is to bring this up a bit, so it will form here. That's to get my customer details. So what I'm going to do is, let me bring the customer details over to this place. Let me right click, double click to get the full stuff, then bring my product info to this place, and let me make it center, align them, maintain the same center align, make it bold, and give it this color. So once I bring my stuff here, I'm going to come over to this place, customer informations. Now under the customer information, I will be needing the customer ID, customer name, phone number, email address. I will be needing that. So these are the information I need under the customer information. So I will copy, then come to my sales form. I will change this. This product info will be here. So I'm going to come here, right click, the same way, instead of pasting as values, I'm going to paste it as transpose. Now in the transpose, it will be in this format. So what I'm going to also do is, still selected, I'm going to come over to this and say no border. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to move this away from here and then bring this. So how do I move? When I select this active cell, once my cursor is like this, once it's more like this star, let me zoom in a bit so that we can be seeing it more better. Okay, I think it's better now. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to have this. Let me move this to this place, and then move this to this place. I'm going to have it in this manner. Then double click. I'm going to bring this customer info here. Then product info, I'm going to place it on top. So here I'm having the customer ID, customer name, phone number, email address. We are designing the form for which we are going to be working with. Then after that, I'm going to come to this place, the product informations. These are what I'm going to be taking from. I'm going to be taking this discount stars, subtotal, discount amount, tax amount, tax rate, and then total amount. I'm going to use this total amount. Let me copy and then come to this place. Instead of pasting, I'm going to paste it as transpose as well. So this is what I have. I'm going to say no border. Remove the border for it as well. So having established this, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to come over to this place below, add my payment details, then come over to this and put the remaining other stuff here. The same thing, hold control, select this, bold it at once so that we don't delay, and then make it this color. All right, we are setting up our form layout. We are setting up our form layout. So having done that, the next thing we are going to do is to come to this as well. Select this, hold Control, select this one, and select this. Select only this and remove the selection of this. And then come here and say merge and center. So to merge them as one, follow me please. Merge and center. Now, having established that, the next we are going to do is to get the payment details for this. We are coming over to this place, and then the payment method. We are copying this. We copy, and then come over to our form, come over to this, and then right click, paste as transpose. We have it, and then we remove the borders. We don't need it for now. Then the next to do is other details, additional information. We are going to copy this as well. That's say copy. We are going to copy this as well, and then come to additional info and paste it as transpose. And paste it as transpose. Then we remove border. Please go with me. We are getting the layout for our form. We are getting the layout for our form. All right. Now, having done that, the next we are going to do is I'm going to select this, come over to this place and make use of this. Then I'm going to do that for other ones like this, and select this stuff. So let's increase, let me bring it further up so that we can see it more. So what did I do? I just added background color to each of the section headers. And then the next I'm going to do is the same. I'm going to select these two because I want to merge them. I'm going to select it. Do I need to merge? Of course, I started. Let me finish it. Hold this, select this, select this, select this. Sometimes you might don't need to merge. You can increase them together, but I'm just using that to show us merging. So you can, but increasing this will widen up this whole place. So any of your choice, any option you choose is okay. So once that is done, you come over to this merge this, merge this. Come over to this one, merge. Holding Control. Remember why I'm doing it, I want to do it once and for all. While holding Control, you are selecting the cells to merge. So once you are done, you will come over to this place. It's either you click here or you click the drop down arrow. Any of them, you select your merge and center. So automatically you see that each of these cells have been merged together. All right. Now, having done that, the next thing we are going to do is to come over to this place, select this, hold Control, select this, hold Control, select this, still come down, hold Control, select this, hold Control, select this. Then come to border, you can select all borders. We select all borders and then go over to border again. No, back, all that back. We can select this. And then apply it. We can select this and then apply it to the inside border. Apply it to this and maybe, okay. Apply it to this and say okay. Now the thickness of the border is reduced. If I'm not satisfied, I can come to this as well, go to more border, and then come to this and select this color, apply to this, and then I will say, okay, this is okay by me. This is okay by me. And then we are getting our form layout. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add this to the merge as well, but here I'm going to make it closer to this format like this, and then bring this close like this and take it this way. Okay, now having done this, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to select this down like this and add, where is it going? And add some more space down. I think this is okay. Okay, let me add one more space. So once that is done, once I have selected this, I'm going to go to border and then apply thick border. I'm going to go to border, apply thick border. Once I'm done, I will go to still border, more border, and then come to the border color. I can select this to maintain uniformity of color and then apply it to the outline border and say okay. Please follow me. Now once that is done, we are getting something like this. Beautiful. We are getting something as beautiful as this. We are getting something like this. I made a mistake, please. Control C. I made a mistake. So what I will do is to come over to get to up to this point. Once I get up to this point, I will highlight. Okay. Yes. So I will say outside border. Once I did that, come over to this, select this, apply outside border, and then say okay. So we have outside border like this. This is what we have. Now, having created our form this way, the next thing we do is to go to view. Under view, we disable grid lines. We go to view. Under view, we disable grid lines. So once we disable grid lines, the grid lines will no longer be there. So I will come over to this place, get to home, come to this and select, let me select this, or should I use this? Let me use this. And then click on this, select this one as well, click here, hold Control, hold Shift, forward arrow to select the other remaining, then select this as well. Why am I doing that? To create to see that the form is a distinct form. So I will also click here, hold Control, hold Shift, press the down arrow to highlight the remaining rows and select this. So we have something of this nature. If I zoom out, we see our form in such stuff like this. If we see it, if we want to see it in a full screen, we see it in a form like this. So we have been able to create our form in a certain way. Okay, the next thing we are going to do is to apply conditional formatting. We are going to apply conditional formatting. Now, how do we do that? We are going to come over to this. We are going to say if this is blank, the color we want If we enter something on it, let it change color, for example. So we are going to say, hold it, select this. So if nothing is it, is not, if there is nothing there, let it remain like this. We don't let it be like this. But if we enter something, let's say I enter transaction ID, something like this, for example, let it show a particular color. All right. So that's what we want to achieve now. We will achieve that using conditional formatting. So when you select this, hold control, select this, select, make sure you select them all. Let's come down, select this, select this, select this, select this. The same here. All right, having selected all, the next we do is to go to conditional formatting. Now, under conditional formatting, we go to highlight sales rules. Under highlight sales rules, you can go to more rules. Now, here in more rules, we look at sell value. Now, here, if the cell, we are going to say no blanks. In other words, if the cell doesn't have any data in it, if it's not blanks, if it has data in it, what we want. So we select this, go to format. If it has data in it, let's go to field. Now under field, let's say if it has data in it, let it have this. Let's say we have this particular color. For example, any color of your choice you can assign. Then we come to font, let it be bold. We want the font to be bold. And let's say we want it to be white as well. And then come to the field. Let's say we want this field. And then come to font, bold, and color of the font color is white. And then we come to border. Now let's apply white border to it, or gray border like this, a kind of gray border like this, and let's apply it to for the border we have this, and okay, we apply it to that line, and then we say okay. This is how it will look like, and then we say okay. So conditional formatting to this. Now let's see what I mean. If I type transaction ID, let's say this is the transaction ID, for example, and I hit enter, you see automatically the color changes. It changes to this color with the color of the text being white. That's what we mean by that conditional formatting, so that we know the cell we have entered and the ones that we are here to enter. That way it will does to see that they have completed them. All right, the next thing we are going to do, let me delete this, is to begin to add some automations. Transaction ID, if you want your transaction ID to generate automatically, you want it, maybe you come here, you hit enter, it generates you an ID, a transaction ID for that, or you want to be entering it for your base, you want to be entering it on your own, that's you can do. Now also there are different ways in which you can do that. But this night I'm going to show you one of the ways. We are going to be using functions. Now I'm going to use the concat. Remember when we did data, when we did formulas and functions, there is a formula we call the concat function. We are going to be using that of the upper sum. So I'm going to say equals to concat. Now what am I going to concat? test 1, I'm going to concat this transaction ID. I'm going to write something like this. TR. I'm going to write something like this. TR hyphen. I'm going to write something like this. TR hyphen. So once I do that, I'm going to put comma. Please, this should be in quotation. This should be in quotation in Excel, that is not number. So we put comma. Then the next thing we are going to do is to come to add this with a random number. So what we are going to do is to put a function called rand between. Remember when we use this? So we put rand between, and will it work? Will it work? It will give me rule, a number of okay, yes, it will. So I'm going to say between let's say the transaction ID between 10, that's the bottom, and then I can say 100,000 and close my parentheses. Now once I close that, I will close the other one and then hit enter. Now you see it generates a kind of ID for me. Now if I click enter again, we have stuff like this, that it's, is it rand between that can give me that? Wait, let me, okay, that's that. There is a function I'm looking for. There is a function I'm looking for. Okay, the one of the transaction ID we can enter manually, and then there is other way you can create certain IDs here, and then you link it to that. What do I mean? You can come here. You can come here and say equals to TR. You can come here and say TR hyphen. I forget the function, concat. To join the two stuff together, we can put the concat here, double click this, open quotation, come to the front here, close the quotation, put comma, and then write the function rand between, and then let's say 10 is the lowest and 100,000, close the parentheses and hit enter. We have this. So with this here, we can drag down, or we come here and use another function. That reminds me, we use the rand array. That's beautiful. That reminds me, we use the rand array. Now under the rand array, we are going to, for the rand array, it will ask us the number of rows. If we want to get up to 10,000, we can type here 10,000 rows. That's 10,000 rows, comma, how many column? 1. Then the minimum value is 10, comma, the maximum value is 100,000, comma, and we want it to be integer. We don't want it to be a decimal. We want it to be integer. You close it and close the parentheses again and hit enter. Okay, let me generate only the random number. Alright, the random number is generated. If you press Ctrl down arrow, it generates it up to the 10,000 rows. So we have generated that. Ctrl up. What we now do is hold Ctrl, hold Shift, press the down arrow to highlight the entire range, then copy, go over to paste, and paste it as values. So once you paste that as values, you already have your what do we call it, transaction ID. So this transaction ID, we can come to sales form, come over to this place, go to data validation. Now in data validation, when you click data, you come over to this place, select data validation, then come here and select list. What is the source? The source is from here. Come over to this place, hold Control, hold Shift, press the down arrow to highlight the entire range, and then that's all. We hit enter. So if we click the drop down arrow, we can select any of the transaction ID, but you need to be sure that after you select this, you select the next one, so that there won't be a repetition. There won't be a repetition. There is another trick I'm going to show us next. Then for the date, we are going to use a function called today. We are going to use a function called today, and then you close the parentheses. What this does is that it's going to be giving you the current date. If you open this workbook tomorrow, is carrying the date of tomorrow. So you don't need to be opening the date every now and then. You don't need to be opening the date every now and then. So you have this. That's today's date is 21 August, 21st of October, rather, 2025. Then you can also add the time, the current time, and to do that, we can come over to this and say equals, put the equality sign, type the test function, double click on this. The next we are going to do is to use the now. Remember the now function. The now function under the time, it will give you both date and time, but here we are going to remove the dates. So we close this, put comma, open quotation, and then we want it to be, we put a format in which we want it to be. HH means hours, then MM means minutes, and then SS means seconds, then space, put AM/PM. That's what you do, and you close your quotation and then close the parentheses. That's how you automate your time. So when we put enter, it shows you the current time when that sale was conducted. It shows the current time when the sales was conducted, when the transaction was taken. Currently now is 8:56. That's the current time, 8:56, as at the time we are doing this section. That's what we do. And then the invoice number, you can assign any invoice number here. That's your choice. Salesperson, the sales reps, if you have their details saved somewhere, you can use data validation like we did here to add the sales reps. So let's take for example, we have in our organization, we have sales reps like, okay, let me do that straight here. Due to time, come over to data validation, come to list, and then here we can list them. We can list them Mary SN, comma, Jane F. dot P, comma, Avis N O, comma, John F. K. Let's say these 4 persons. Let's say there are 4. These are our sales reps, and then we say, okay. So here, what we have here is that if we want to select who is the sales rep on duty, the person select his or her name. Then the branch, if we have the branch names, we use data validation as well. And here we have the customer details. Here as well, the customer details ought to be there. And then the next thing we have here is the customer ID, phone number, and all that additional info. Now let's go over to the product. The product ID, product name, category, unit of measurement. If it's in kg, if it's in dozen, if it's in rows, you put that, how many unit of measurement, then quantity sold, unit price, discounts, tax. If there is discount, how much discount? If there is tax, how much tax are we charging? Subtotal. Now, what is the subtotal? The subtotal will be here. The subtotal will be equals to unit price times the quantity sold. That's what the subtotal will be. Unit price times the quantity sold. So we hit enter. We have 0. Now discount amount will be, if we are giving for that product, if there is discount. For example, I'm going to hold this, select this, go to home, and make it percent. So that if I type anything here, let's say we are giving 5% discounts on a particular product. If you buy that product, let's say we are giving 10%. And let's say tax is 5%. That's tax for every product. Tax is 5%. Let's say a particular product, if it is part of the product we are giving discount, that product gets 10%. So if there is discount on that particular product, what will that discount be? If we are giving discount that season on our item, what will it be? We can now say equals to this let me remove this. Let me come here and delete this. So if there is discount here, we put. If there is no discount, we still calculate. So here what will be the answer will be this equals to the percentage discount. The percentage discount times the percentage discount based on that product times the subtotal. So if that product have a discount and the person buy a so quantity, that discount will be the percentage discount times the total. But if there is no discount, it will still be the same. We hit enter. So that becomes 0. Then what is the tax? What is the tax amount? The tax amount will be equals to the tax here times the subtotal. What I'm teaching you, you are going to use this to this, whatever form you are to create, you use this analogy, you use this format in order to automate it, make everything to be easy for you. So you hit enter, that becomes the tax amount. Here now, what is now the total amount? The total amount becomes to this subtotal equals to the subtotal plus equals to this plus the tax, because we are going to add the tax to the product. Then we close, let's make it more proper, we close the parentheses, then come up here and say minus, since it's having a discount, it will not be included in his total amount. So we say minus discount. So in total amount will be subtotal. The subtotal is unit price times quantity sold. That what gives us subtotal. Then the discount and the tax, we add the tax amount to the subtotal and then minus any discount we are giving. And that gives us the total amount. And that gives us the total amount. What did I press here? That's an error from me. That's an error from me. This should be subtotal. It should be this one plus this minus this. And we hit enter. We have 0%. Here we are going to remove the percentage. We are going to remove the percentage and put it on general. So we have 0. Now if we please, let's confirm if we can hear me. If we can hear me, if we can see my screen, can someone confirm my audibility, please? Very, very important. Please, can we hear me? Someone should confirm my audibility, please. Drop in the chat if you can hear me, let me know. Let me know in the comment in the live chat. Drop in the chat if you can hear me, if you can see my screen, so that we proceed. We are running behind schedule. There are other things we can see my screen, let me know. Please can we hear me, please? It's like my network is fluctuating. Please, can we hear me? Confirm if you can hear me. Confirm if you can hear me, if you can see my screen so that we proceed. I think we are good to go. I think we are good to go. Can someone let me know in the comments if you can hear me now, if everything is okay from your end? All right. Now, what I was saying earlier is on this. So, if let's say we are giving 10% discount to that product or 5%, whatever discount, let's say we are giving 10%, for example. Once the person buys over 10 pieces, 10 pieces and above, the person gets a 10% discount and we hit enter. So you see automatically the discount is calculated and then the person is paying 35,625. So everything is okay from here. We are going to remove this. We are going to remove the discounts and then remove this. Now we have done some functions here, and then payment method, we can come over to this, go to data. Under data, we come to our data validation. Under data validation, we select list. Here we can say transfer. Let's say POS, transfer, cash, okay, let's say POS, bank transfer, whether through phone, ATM card, or bank, just transfer cash. Let's say this, the three payment method, POS, transfer, cash, for example, and we say okay. So we need to indicate whether the person paid cash or he made a transfer or he uses POS. So that's that. Then amount paid. If the person made full payment, you put it there. If the person is if the person is paid half and leave half, then how much is remaining balance will be now be equals to the total minus amount paid. So if the person is owning a balance due is total minus amount paid, you hit enter so that we know that yes, this person is owing some money. And then the next thing we have here is payment status. In the payment status, we also use data validation. Come to data validation, come over to this place, take list. You can use paid, confirmed, pending, paid, pending, not paid, or maybe confirmed, pending, not paid, anyone. So depending on what the organization is using, let's say we put here pending and then say not paid. This particular transaction, we haven't received the payment, and maybe the payment is still pending. You haven't confirmed it. The person have said he has sent the money, but you are yet to confirm it. That's let's say this is the three status we are working with, and then the person can select paid, pending, not paid. So we have been able to additional info, entry dates. Now under the entry date approved by manager, entered by, he can do the sales reps, or any remarks maybe about the particular a transaction. So this becomes our sales entry form. This becomes our sales entry form. Now let's head over to automation. How we can automate this form, so that what we are doing here is that, so that when we set a button, we are going to set a button here that when you click submit, every information entered here, all the details entered here will be sent to this database, to our Excel database. That's what we are about to do now. We are about to automate using macros. Excel macros is what we use in order to do some Excel automations, to automate repetitive tasks. If there are certain things you do every now and then in Microsoft Excel, you can automate it. You can automate that task using Excel macros. In our next session, we are going to be learning in depth of Excel macros, data validation, and that. So the next we are going to do is, I'm going to apply something here to make it a bit colorful. So what am I going to do? I'm going to use the if function. I'm going to say equals to if this equals empty, if it's empty, I'm going to open double quotation and close it, put comma. If it's empty, return empty for me. So I'm going to open double quotation and close it, put comma. Then if it's not, you put capital P and you close it, and then close double parenthesis and hit enter. That becomes what we have. So if I drag this down, let's say I drag it down like this, we have stuff like this. The same way I can copy this formula, come over to this place and paste it. I'm not pasting it as value, I'm just going to paste it as formula. So I'm going to say Ctrl V. I pasted the formula here, so I can drag it down for the rest as well. So we can see what we have here to be P. Then the next I'm going to do is, I'm going to come to this place. I would have done it here before pasting here, but that skipped my mind. I would have completed everything here before dragging down. So let me just do the same here. Come over to this place, come to the font, go and select Windows 2. There is a font family here called Windows 2. Select Windows 2. So you see automatically this is colored, and then let me apply this color to it, and then I can drag down. The other rest is taken. So if I copy this, Ctrl C, and come over to this place and paste it, Ctrl V, the same thing that I'm going to do is to come over to this and drag down. So all the stuff is good. That means anyone I entered, this will display. It will display good. Anyone I enter, it will mark good. Anyone I enter, it will mark good. That way it makes the form a bit colorful and give me necessary guidance that I need. All right. Now, having established that, let's look at how we can automate this particular form so that we can make it to be dynamic and submit effectively. Okay, to do that, I'm going to select this, hold Control, come over to this, select, and then come over to this, select. Once I do that, I will copy and come here. I will copy, come here and paste. Let me paste it as values. Please go ahead with me. Paste it as values. The same thing I'm going to do is to copy here. Copy this, hold Control, and copy this as well. Let me copy and then come over to this place and right click and paste as values. All right, we are making progress. Now once I copied everything, all the headers, these headers are the same, they are the same as this. So what I'm going to do to ensure that they have the same header, what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy everything here. I'm going to copy everything here. Head over to this place, come to this, right click and paste as transpose. So we see that some headings are not the same. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to delete this one. I'm going to delete it. So this becomes my header. So everything here, transaction ID, as it follows like this, that's the way all these things are. So that if I'm submitting customer name, it will not go and fall under location or stuff like that. So that's why I have to do that. All right, now having done that, the next I'm going to do is let me come over to this and then remove no field so that we can see it. Here I'm going to be linking everything here. All the details here, I'm going to be linking it here. So here I'm going to say equals to, I'm clicking here and hit enter. The next thing I'm going to say equals to, select the one of date, enter. That's what we will be doing. Equals to, select this and hit enter, and then I'm going to do that as well. Say equals to, select this, enter. That's the way we will be doing it. Select this for salesperson, enter, and do this one, this, enter as well. Also come over to customer ID, then equals to, select this, enter, and equals to customer name, enter. That's what we will be doing. Let me scroll down a bit. So we are in approved. Approved, we are going to say equals to, select this, enter, equals to. This is called cell linking. I'm linking whatever that is here to this place. So whatever we enter here, we display here. We are doing that for a purpose. So I'm going to click here and hit enter. Then let me scroll up. And then I'm going to say equals to product ID. Enter, equals to product name. Enter, equals to category. Enter, equals to unit of measure. Enter, I'm going to say equals to quantity sold. Enter, equals to unit price. Enter, equals to discounts. Enter. Then the next is tax. Let's scroll down. We say equals to, that's a tax. Enter. We are going to say also equals to subtotal. Select, enter this, enter as well. We are going to select this tax amount, enter this total. We click on this, enter. This is what we will do for the rest as well. Equals to payment method, enter, equals to amount paid, enter equals to balance due date, balance due, enter equals to payment status, enter. All right, now we have entered all this, all the details. These are our column headers. The next thing I'm going to do is to use a count A function. Let me put a count A. Let me call it count A function. I'm going to be doing something here. Please follow me gradually. Follow me gradually. I'm going to be doing something here. And what is that I'm going to do? I'm going to create a submit button. Now, what do I want to do in the submit button? Here, I'm going to, let's say, okay, let's say I'm going to create the submit button here, merge these two cells, and then call it, merge it, copy it. Okay, let me press Control down. Please go with me. Control down. Come over to this. I'm merging these two. Let me merge it as well. And let me remove this. So this, whatever that is here, I'm going to call it submit. I'm going to call it submit. Let's say I make it italicized. I'm going to call it submit. Please go with me. Now, having done that, let's get up here. What do I want to get? I want to get a situation. Here, let me give it this color so that I can know it. I want to get a situation where my submit button here, once I entered everything here, every detail here, once I entered every detail here, it will become active. That's what I want to achieve. It will become active. So how do we achieve that? The first we are going to do is to apply the count A formula. What we are going to do is to apply the count A formula. Now, what are we counting? We are going to count the cells that has value in them. Count A, count the number of cells that are not blanks. That's what count A does. It counts the number of cells that are not blanks. So we are going to be putting number in this particular data set, and the salesperson, we have the salesperson to be this, location, let's say we put location this, and we come to the customer name. Let's say the customer name is Ade Phillips, and then, okay, that's ID rather. Let's say the customer ID is CS1 this, for example, and we come here, we say is Ade Phillips, and the phone number, let's say this is the phone number. Tentatively we have ade@gmail.com, for example, and then any info I can, let's say I put great service, don't mind, I'm using cap letter, or through that's entered by, let's say, by Jane, and approved by manager, dates, let's say 21, date 10/, 21/2025. All right. Now we have this product ID. We can BP this stuff, and then product name, let's say HP. Laptop, let's say category, let's say we call it electronics, for example, and the unit of measure kg, and then quantity sold, let's say we have 5, and the unit price, let's say, is we sold at 540,000. Then discount, if you buy from 5 above, let's say you have 5% discount, and we have this. Enter. So then payment method, let's say the person paid via transfer. Amount paid, let's say the person paid full, or the person, let's say the person paid, you are paying in full so as to get the discount. For example, let's say the person paid 2.7, hence no balance. The person is not having any balance. Payment status, let's say paid. Now we have all this entered. We have all this entered here. So what we are going to do is to do the count A function. To do the count A function. Now we are going to say equals count A. Double click this. Let's head over to our form. And we are going to select this and then put comma. Count this as well. Put comma. Then count this, comma. Highlight this, count this as well. Put comma. And then finally this. So what we just did is to use count A to say count the number of cells that has values in them, whether they have number, whether they have alphabet, count it, provided that they have value or they have data in it. And then we hit enter. Automatically it told us that the number of cells are 30. They are 30, so let's count it. If you want to count it, this is 4, 4, 8, 8, 12, and then this 12 plus 6, 18, and then the 18 plus, is that correct? Or did I add it? Yes, this is 4, 4, 8, 12, 18. Okay, I think this should be 12. 18, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That makes it 30. So we have that the number is 30. Now what are we going to do? What we are going to do is to come to this, copy this formula. Copy it, press escape button, and then come to this, control down to get to this place. So once we select this, we go to conditional formatting. Under conditional formatting, we come to manage cell rules. Under manage cell rules, we go to new rule. Now in this new rule, we are going to select use formula. So here we are going to paste the formula we copied. We paste Ctrl V. Now what we are telling Excel is that if this is equals to 30, if this is equals to 30, Then this is what I want. Go to format, come to fill, select this, come to border, give it this color, and then apply the border. Come to font, make it bold and make it white as well. And then we say, okay, this is what I want it to be. If is complete, and then I say okay, and then I say okay. Now you see automatically it shows this. Now let's go up. Let's go up and delete one stuff here. Let's say we delete quantity sold. Now as we can see, what is here is 29. It's no longer complete. Now let's see our stuff down there. Control down. Automatically you see that is no longer visible. So what we are going to do is we are going to come over to this, come to font color, and I can select this for the font color. I can select this for the font color. I can select it. So what do I need to do? I'm going to come over to this place and say Ctrl+C to copy. Now when I copy it, I will come up here. I will come up here and click on this, right click to paste. Now instead of pasting it straight, if you look at this is transpose, you look at this is formatting, you look at this, it says paste as link. That's not what I'm looking for. If I come to this, what I'm looking for, I think is this one. Yes, paste as linked picture. Linked picture. So once I click on it, this is linked to the value down. So here I can format my picture, maybe on the picture layout, picture effects, I can come over to this. If I want, I can give it this border, this, depending my choice. If I come to bevel, I can make it this or this, anyone of your choice you can use. So or you come over to this, and then if you like, you select this. If you like anyone of your choice, I think which one am I going to use now? Okay, let's say I use this, and then come to presets, maybe. Okay, now I have stuff like this. So that shows me that this is my button. I just selected this as a picture. That's my button. So what am I going to do if I type in here 5 again, for example? That's not where I want to type. If I type in 5 here and hit enter, you can see automatically this becomes active. So it shows that I have completed the filling. Everything here is complete. Every detail here is completed. Then to enter, to click. So we have first of all gotten our button. We have gotten our button. The next is to now automate this. The next is to automate it and make this guy clickable. Now it cannot be clicked. You can only select it, but you can't click on it, something that you want to click on. No, something like this email you want to click to go to the email is not, this is not clickable. So in order to make it clickable, we are going to be using macros. And to do that, I'm going to open another sheet. In this sheet, I'm going to call it demo. I like calling it demo. I'm going to call it demo. Get back to our form. When we get back to our form, to record macros, this here is one of the ways you see no macros is currently running. This little icon here, if you click on it, it will start recording macros. You can also come to developer. In developer, you will see record macros. Another aspect, I think, in insert, is it insert? Is it insert or data? Where else do we have it? Okay, yes. In views, you can see macros as well. Under view, you can see macros as well. View macro, record macro, and that. So let's get to developer. Now I can come here and select record macros. Now when I'm selecting, once I select name of the macro, let me call it ABC. ABC sales form 1. I call it ABC sales form 1. Note that, and then I say okay. It will tell me the syntax is not correct. So why? Because I have spaces. I have spaces. Is it because of that? Okay, I think so. I have spaces. Let me put underscore. And then for this, and then I say okay, I have started recording. You will see that these macros have started recording. Okay. Please, I missed a step. I'm going to stop. The macro. I missed a step, please. I missed a step. The next thing I'm going to do is that I'm going to remove this. Of course, you see our time is counting. This is to 10 now. Currently, our time is updating. As you can see, is currently to 10. Then I'm going to remove this. So here I need to delete this, discounts, no discount yet. Then I will remove this so that the macro will record when we are entering data and when we are moving out data. So having deleted this is what we have. We have our empty form. What I want to do is that macro will record me entering data and will record me posting that data here. Everything will record it for me, and then I will assign that particular task to my button here. That's what macro is all about. So to do that, I'm going to now go to developer, go to record macros. Let me call it sales ABC underscore sales underscore form underscore 2. That's the name I want to give it, and then hit enter. So my macro is recorded. So let's start to enter data. Now here, let's say I quickly select this, then come over to this invoice. I can type any number, come to the salesperson. Let me select this location. Let's say we select Lagos, and then the customer ID. Let's say CS this. Enter the customer name. let's say we have as Prince Daniel, and then phone number, whatever, we are just entering. Email, let's say we have pr@gmail.com. Then come to this remark, let's still use great service, and then entered by, let's say, Elvis, approved by the manager, and then entry dates, let's say October, let's say we are using today. All right, now that is done. Product ID, let's say P, so number, and the product name, let's say power bank. Category, let's say accessories, and unit of measure is in kg. Quantity sold, let's say 100. Unit price, let's say 22,000. Discount, let's say we are giving a discount of 5% for it, and that is what we have. So here, payment method, let's say pay through POS, and then total amount the person is paying, how many zeros? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hit enter, and then full payment, or let's say the person paid this remaining 200,000 and then paid. Now we have filled all these details and they all display here. Now what we are going to do is to come over to this place to copy everything. That's why we have to put it in this format. Copy everything down here, all the details except the count A. We copy it, press copy, and then first come to demo. Now in demo, we come over to this place, and then we can go to home, come to paste special, and then come over to paste special, paste as values. When you paste it as values, you select transpose. You are pasting as values, not pasting as formulas or so. You paste it as values and then transpose, so that it's not in vertical format, it will be horizontal format. And we say okay. Now all this being copied now like this, we press Ctrl C to copy it. Now remember, our macro is still recording. Once we copy it, we come to our database, and because this is where we want to paste it, we come over to this place, go to insert. Now under this option called insert, you are going to click insert copied cells. You are not just going to paste just like that. You are going to insert copied cells. So once you click on copied cells, it will show you shift cell right or shift cell down. So you select this one called shift cell down. Why you are selecting this is because when you receive a new data, it will push the old one down. The new data will be the fresh data, will be in cell 2, in row 2. The old data will push down to row 3. So once that is done, you say okay. So you have done that. This is date. So under this date, you can highlight this here, come over to this place and select short date. That will be done. Any other place we have date here, This is also date. You can also come here, select short dates as well. It will be entered and all that. So we have every details here. Then the next thing we do is we come back to our form and then start removing the details we want. We remove this, come over to this, delete, start deleting them one by one. We start deleting them one by one. Please follow me this process. We are going to see something interesting. Delete them one by one. Okay, then we come over to this place, delete this, delete this. So having done everything, once we are done deleting, we have finished all the process. This is something we are going to be doing over and over again. Somebody is going to be entering these details repeatedly. So once we are done entering, deleting, submitting, we go to our developer and then we stop macro. We end our macro. Now, having done that, we can now come to this, our button, to activate it. Now watch, when we click on it, we select it. We have selected it, and then let's right click on it. Once you right click on it, you will see this option called Assign Macros. You will see this option called Assign Macros. So once you click on this option called Assign Macros, you see the two macros we run. The first one is not the one we want to use. We made a mistake on that. We are going to select the second one. So once we select it, we say OK. Now, if we come here, you see it's not clickable. One thing about this is that it will be clickable. If you click this, it will submit empty. Anything empty stuff here, all the stuff you see here, it will submit empty. But now let's see, let's enter details again. Now here the salesperson, let's say Jane, location, let's say the location is Owerri, and the customer ID is C, stuff, the customer name, let's say the customer name is Christian AC, the phone number, whatever, and email address, let's say eze@gmail.com, and then remarks, let's say we say excellent service, then entered by, let's say Jane, and then manager, date, /21/2025. We are entering this, and then product ID P and product name, let's say HP, then category, let's say tech gadgets, for example, and then unit of measure, let's say kg, and unit sold, let's say 50 pieces, price is 560, and other ones have entered buying this. Let's say the person have 7% discount. I need to come here, make this discount, make it in percent. So give the person 7% discount. We have this, and then payment method. Let's say the payment method is transfer, and the person transferred 29, and then this is the remaining balance. Payment status, let's say we are using pending this time around. Which one is empty? There is one that is empty. Okay, discounts. I think this is where I made a mistake. Discount should be 7%, and the discount amount, the discount amount Please, we will continue from the macros parts. We will continue from the macro parts by Thursday. We will continue from the macro part by Thursday. We lost sound and we didn't know that we lost sound. We lost sound and we didn't know that we lost sound. We will continue from the macro part. Our sound is on the time we are designing our form. So by Thursday, we will complete the form and then move to teaching macros proper, teaching Excel macros, and then data validation on Thursday. So let's take note of that, please. We apologize for that system challenge, that technical glitch. By Thursday, we are going to ensure that that is rectified, and we start from the macro part. Thank you, everyone, and do enjoy your night.